Load back in after getting glitched. I will say, one thing I noticed, like, although they mentioned it's odd people days to have in actual physical books, but I think if they threw out a bunch of books, there'd be more than just the same ones. Cool, you have an encyclopedia on few subjects, but all Wilhelm, unless Wilhelm is just the art or the author. And the history of painting, you get 1, 2, 3. There's another 5, but they must be what's it called, copies, or who knows. They put a lot of freaking same books. Look at that book right there, like to the left, freaking to the left, 3 in from the right, and I think the last book too, or the one all the way to the right on the left, cut in half, like lengthwise. Interesting. It's like I guess it's one of those bookshelves we have nowadays that people never read the books, they just threw it up on a shelf just to say, like, oh, look how sophisticated I am.
Luther, would you be so kind as to take these ladies' coats? Oh, don't be afraid.
Let's
Big
go.
friend here. Luther is just another android.
Oh, no. Yeah, like that's kind of an appropriate response. You just kind of like
big empty old house.
They walked not into the room yet, just like on the outside of the room.
Please.
And all of a sudden they teleported 5 feet into the room, and a big guy, like young John Coffey, freaking teleports from a hidden shadow.
An android.
Not in the corner of the room,
the street,
but
he said he could help
towards
us.
the corner of the room.
I see.
Don't think it's because he's black or an android or a big android.
What about her?
She's human.
But yeah, I went downstairs like and got glitched.
You want to find a safe place? Somewhere you can start a new life.
I don't think this guy took psychology, but
Canada is very lovely this time of year.
one of those guys that tells people
open spaces, clean air,
what they want to hear,
and no android laws.
But you know, gullible people.
Great place for a fresh start.
Yes, that's exactly what we want.
I wonder if all Luthers come with that haircut.
I can help you.
Or
but first, we have to get rid of
this guy took him and had that
all
haircut.
androids are fitted with a tracking device to locate them at all times. I'll remove yours, and then you'll both be safe. Come on.
We'll say that's one
Follow me.
suspension of disbelief thing is if there's
The little one can wait for
more than hundreds of
She always stays
per
away.
model,
Of course.
how do people not recognize that?
Right this way. Everything we need is in the basement.
Like the guy that told us this, like, pretty sure he was at Jericho. I mean, there might just be a preset of freaking waste management workers. But if it is the same guy, why wouldn't he tell us about Jericho? Why did he tell us about this place? I guess I came over here just to say, like, wouldn't that be awesome to have a globe that big, just to put your hand on there and feel the topography. It's the one thing that you don't get from Google Maps. Some odd things, like, do we necessarily have to design the pottery and the Jesus plaque, the scrolls? Couldn't we just like put some different colors and names on books? But I'm nitpicking stuff that, you know, I think I nitpick it because there's an L1 on nearly all of the bookcases, like, oh look, you might find something here. The same history of art books, they're on everybody's shelf, with the few subjects books, like, they're on everybody's shelf. But I will say, I don't see any books that are cut in half on this shelf. And, you know, this is a nitpick, because I understand that they came up with the concept on PlayStation 3, and developed it for previous PlayStation 4, but, man, Android eyes must suck. Like, look at that. It's got 1, 2, 5, 7, the 8th book, 9th book. Can't even make out the free, and it looks like it's a foreign language that's smudged. I understand it's probably a console, you know, limitation, or just like, yeah, just, you know, throw it up there. But, yeah, I just don't know if the sprite could just be updated very easily to not have the same 10 books just freaking spammed on every single shelf. I like that concept, like, in a time when books aren't really kept, like, yeah, I just throw these books up there. It's like having a record collection. People are like, oh my god, you have records? Or, you know, VHSs. You know, I didn't even notice this pool table. It's an interesting option to have a queue up here. Like, not necessarily that, but, you know, you just roll it to the side there. Maybe it didn't look, you know, good. Maybe it looked like, you know, weird. You know, throwing the balls inside the pockets, like, who doesn't do that? And then it's like, it's in the middle of the game, and throw this thing of newspapers, magazines, and it's like, that's another thing. Magazines, don't pick up these and read them, only tablets. Print. Like, Androids don't touch print media. And that cover kind of looks like one of the freaking tablet magazines. Oh, did you see that? That pool cue is bent. Yeah, a big old bend in that cue. Just throw that shit into the trash, my dude. Nice painting. I like the aesthetic. Kind of like this, like 1,000 years from now, if nobody knew who Jesus was, you know, you're just inferring. This guy, he has no sword in his hand. He has some kind of writing that appears to be a book, and he's not trying to force you like if he had a sword in his hand to see what he has written. He's trying to say, just pause, hold on a second. Look what I got here. And you see there's people above in a gathering, so there's some kind of consensus. And what's it called? It just looks like somebody decreeing something. The cross around his head. You know, maybe you may get this, maybe not. Like before, middle, end. Like for right there, there's the beginning of the journey, middle of the journey, and the end of it. Like, kind of like he's saying, like, I'm giving you the answer that you want when you say, what's the meaning of life? It's like, there's no real meaning. I can't tell you what to exactly do. I'm just telling you, there's the time before me, which was God, me, and then after I pass, come back to the Holy Spirit, and that'll be the end. Yes, one cool thing about life is what happens after we die. That one android down in Jericho, she asked that. You know what happens when you die? The same thing that happened before you lived. But you might have had a little effect. You might have affected someone's action, whether directly, like you wanted to, like let's say that you're a military leader, like let's say when Trump had that one guy from Iran, like executed, that died like a dog, that affected regional actions. But did it change life? Like, for some people, like, change their life drastically. They might be dead.
Let's go. I have a bad feeling.
I know. I don't trust him either. We have to be careful.
I gotta get up.
Please excuse the mess. I needed somewhere discreet for my machines. Removing tractors is illegal, so I opted for discretion over comfort. I hope the little one isn't too scared.
No, she'll be all right.
That's good.
Just want to point out, besides the big, what is that, 8x8, like, yeah, that's made into the thing, but the rest of this, like, she wouldn't know that because she's an android, she's naive, she's gullible, like, what natural reason would you have pens like this inside a residential mansion?
This way, please.
You might have a coal bunker. Like, if it was like a commercial place or like a business, I can understand having tool, cages. And this,
If you could just
I didn't
stand
see this
over
last
there.
time. There's just a well. And it's like freaking very Buffalo Bob. Like, that would just be so weird to have a big well in the middle of your basement. I mean, convenient during bad weather. CyberLife boxes like the one on Jericho. But they're not loaded up with parts. They're empty. It's a very shiny generator. Got fuel for the generator. Oh, another generator. Heater. Tool. Oh no, it's lighting, portable lighting. That's pretty cool. I presume that this is Luther. Then randomly there's a woman in that picture. Skin Luther. More Luther. Female. Same female picture 3 times, no difference. Is that Blue Bud? Say Blue Bud. Blue Bud. Like, feels kind of like really freaking old school 3D games where there's just like a heartbeat, like pattern. It's just like kind of stuck there. Like it's too hard to program a straight line with a little dot on it. Like that just goes from point A on the line to point B continuously. Like the show is not hooked up to anything. Who is that hooked up to? Vodka. Crystal vodka. Besides looking cool, like unless that's providing fluid, which I'd assume it's not, since or the fluid next to it. Yeah. It's a weird cup to decide to drink vodka out of. Yeah, well, green there just to make it look cool. Kind of like that screen or display. Could use a little bit more variation if they ever HD the game. Yeah, this big android here, big buff android. Why not have him move his boxes out of the way? Honestly.
I should warn you. This could be quite unpleasant.
With having an android, which is equivalent to a slave. Why is there a dolly right there? Yeah, why not make this a little bit more presentable?
You know what's strange? For some unknown reason, the trackers seem to stop working in Deviants. That's why it's so hard to find them. So, actually, there's no reason to remove your tracker.
Yeah.
You said that.
Yeah.
Listen to that.
People believe what they want. You
Gullibility.
deviants are so naive. They'll come to me expecting me to help them.
I bet,
And I just
besides deviants,
reset
he
them.
repairs stolen
Or I keep them for my little experiments.
No! I don't want to be reset! Let me go!
I forgot about that child. Lock it up. I'll deal with it later.
Alice, no!
Nah, I don't think he forgot about that child, because he's like, nah, I don't help. And he's like,
That's
oh,
so
look, there's a
sweet.
child. Yeah, I help. Come on in, make yourself at home.
I think it's time we put you out of your misery.
I think anybody that kind of, whether it's androids or people, anybody that kind of does medical stuff like that, like on people, like have a deluded psychology. Well, the friggin' trackers stopped working on deviants. Like, I wonder if the corruption in the code would necessarily friggin' let that reset go through. Like, if I understand when Connor told the one deviant at the friggin' interrogation room that he'd be what's caught, not necessarily destroyed right away. He'd be disassembled and
Almost empty.
gone through.
Oh, poor little Alice. Oh, looks like Mommy doesn't remember you at all, huh? Looks like Mommy's completely forgotten you.
What did you say? Alice? Did we actually say this is Alice? I'm really introducing her. You know, they made him look
I'm gonna teach you some manners, you little
like Todd, which, if you know anything, anybody named Todd, you should, what's you call it?
Meet me in the living room.
Huh. He stole like a blue light. Why would he say meet me in the room? Like, oh, let's go, I guess. After you're done, like, just said it kind of like, psst. Oh, well, I guess makes sense why there's vodka. I was kind of like, friends. Yeah. Well, I guess you have your big bottle of vodka missing the glass. Did he fill up a glass full of vodka? Yeah. Oh, no R2 friggin' multi, like, sightseeing thing. I guess that's all you can do. Let's see real quick. Well, yeah, I guess there's only one thing, but afterwards, gotta keep our eyes open. Yeah, let's call it. How do we do that? Oh, okay. Done. Oh. Huh. Oh. Damn. It's like working on a car, and it's like, this guy is a freaking messy motherfucker. And it's like, some of this game looks really great, especially for, you know, being almost 10 years old now. Like, some of this stuff shows its age. It's like, what is this, PlayStation 2? Cause a short circuit. Man, I kind of wish I would have seen that. I played that friend Connor chasing down the friend Detriot thing, like, now so much that freaking music and freaking I went back and did a no save playthrough again to freaking see what the other path was, and one was you didn't save Hank, and freaking guy jumps off the freaking side of a building after you arrest him. And the other is you missed pushing a button and got ran over by something. I don't know. Boy. Kind of like that, like, it's like, if they just did the freaking, well, it'd be fine with the same freaking 20 books, like, for on a bookshelf. Like, to put in stuff like that. She's freaking on DMT for Androids now because freaking there was nobody pacing back and forth until after she just had that vision. Like, is this memories?
Help us.
Oh, let's cut. She's just AX400. Like, unless she's told to initialize, like, which, how would that work? He says, meet me in the living room, and we're at, like, what, 16-20% on the frame reset? Like, how much gets reset? What's somebody have to say, like, what's it called? Answer, response. Like,
He erased her memory. No.
like, and these people, if they still have their memory, can they be like, X400, initialize?
He likes to play with this. Creating monsters for his amusement. But who's the real monster? Look what he did to us.
That's crazy.
You must remember who you are. Otherwise the little one will die.
Oh, well, shouldn't they have like red markers, or at least yellow markers, to show that the software is, I guess they're stable in their deviation. And she seems, well, I guess not as tired as when Todd picked her up at first. Like how she just answered questions. It makes sense why Luther's like that. You know, what's it called? Being an android, just answer, response, or question, response. Kind of freaking gives me vibes of the Pirates of the Caribbean ride. Whistling for the dog to come bring the keys. But there's no dog. And there's no keys. My name is Kara. M number number name. Trying to file a file directory that isn't like, it's not necessarily erased. It's just all the freaking directory listings have been cleared, so you still have the file, but you don't have the freaking shortcut necessarily, or the freaking kind of like having a Commodore 64. You might have every single floppy disk that went to, or that worked on that system, but you have none of the actual loading procedures per floppy or name on floppies. So you have to kind of guess, like by putting in, or trying to general, like boot.
Yes, Luther.
How does she know his name? Like, how much gets erased? Is it like everything before the enter button? Is that the outside door? Kind of didn't hear what he said. John Coffey, you talk really quiet. Oh, I thought you were just standing up. Oh, look, there's a ball on the ground. It's just like...
find a safe place. Somewhere you can start a new life.
Yeah, I feel like they designed that guy purposely to be like, well, I feel like Todd's a character, like Ghost, this guy, and they like scrubbed some of his features, and that became Todd. I could see sitting at that table, writing and looking out the window, you know, like, yeah, at least outside is not as depressing as friggin' Pennsylvania. Well, the fact that it's saying follow instructions, even when you were a full deviant, you couldn't go upstairs, you had to follow instructions, means that you're not a true deviant. It's actually defeat a certain suggestion. Brick wall. Let's go. Well, now I can shoot the brick wall. I'm confused. You said take. Oh, it takes something to. I need to grab whatever the hell it was. Alright. So kind of feels like a new job. It's like first day here on the job, and it's like you get to the point where you're just like, What am I supposed to be doing? Wait. Duh. Bring food. Alright. Having a little Epstein Island fun.
Just set it down on the table over there.
Oh, I see.
Get rid of that carcass. Take it next door.
Damn. That was freaking. Too quick.
Did you hear what I said?
Yes, Uncle.
Luther! Luther!
You didn't think talking to you like that?
Yes, Uncle. I should be done here in 10 minutes or so. I'll have a look at the little one, see what I can do with him. Understood, son. I'll bring you the little one in 10 minutes.
Hey, sire. My best friend. Damn, how did I even get here, friend? God, Todd would have a friggin' field day in here. Just friggin' floor kick that friggin' motherfucker in the face. Prometheus was punished for giving the gift of knowledge to man. Are you still there? Do they like not have like an air compressor to like speak? Well, how does their voice work? Is it voice modulation through a speaker or? Oh. Like stitches or like, I've been freaking like bumpers, like freaking stables. What the fuck? Oh, I'm a freaking bear. How freaking rare is it to have freaking this thing down here? Oh, I guess that's a nice thing between an android freaking beast and freaking an actual beast. You think that thing has reasoning? Like, dude, can that thing talk? Could it be like freaking Narnia? Oh yeah, it's freaking like, and the game would start being like freaking Narnia-esque. You just have like a lion that's like freaking one of your companions. Trade my little human for this bear. Quick freaking damn, what's the freaking bear for freaking blue? Yeah, quick blue, freaking blend in. Shoot backwards? Yeah, it felt weird. Is that what it is? Is that she's backwards? Yeah, okay. I don't even understand. It's like the upper torso, like freaking is backwards from the belly button.
crazy in the morning. Should have been out of here hours ago.
Hopefully if we're in,
You walk the dog?
what's caught, no, once you go over and gets them up and Oliver's kind of laid back down. And it's like, you know how she is now.
I've been putting both leashes on Oliver and just
I noticed
attaching
that.
it to the back chair that's broke back there, the orange one that used to be up here. And Emily's not going anywhere. I just set her
Is that what broke it? Or did it just...
No, it was just rain.
Yeah, I noticed that, like, get rid of it or whatever. Or do you want me to leave it?
No, I didn't get rid of it.
Yeah.
Get the heck out of here.
Hopefully I don't have to ask.
Those motor mounts over there. My car's...
Okay, yeah,
that
that is a good thing to remind me of. Like, I'll have to send you...
Put a note on your phone or something.
Yeah, like, I have it all saved in, like, one of my tablets, just written, it's not wanting to charge right.
Alright, I gotta go.
Alright. Yeah, I figure where's the save point in this game? I feel like I should just try to turn it off because I'm not. Alright. Okay. I feel like if some games you can point like the controller to and do like that text like freaking pointing thing, like she could be following like the controller. It might be off sometimes, but it might be on sometimes. Oh no. Oh, my legs. All right. Oh, we went back. Hello, my name is, once again, the heartbeat thing, like, just remove that. Shouldn't that heart be blue? Why not make it, like, purple or, yellow? Like, I just feel like, certain things, you know, this is not for humans. Be like, well, why'd you bring your kid to a mechanic shop and not to a hospital? Like, we can't fix this. Like, fuck, this is a kid, not a free car. I just repair cars, not kids. Yeah, I guess we could see this again. I do not see anybody at all in there. Oh shit. Fucking have an LSD flashback. And now I see heads. And I just seen an arm poke the fuck out right there. But let's go. Okay, at least it's not like last time. Oh wait, there it is. Yeah. Going back and forth. It's not in my instructions yet until this one says, "Is this the living room?"
Help us.
Well, I kind of care. So I will help you because I care. I care about you.
He erased her memory.
No. This can't be happening.
To remember. For
See how
herself.
earlier in the game, like when you were walking and you like seem to avoid people.
For his amusement.
I feel like this is a conversation that people have with you, where you're missing major context, and it's like they're getting into like advanced trigonometry, and you're like, I'm just doing arithmetic. Like, when the fuck did letters get into friggin' math problems? Like, I just learned like the division sign. Like, is x like multiplication, or is it like a little t that adds stuff together? Looks like a BDSM kind of thing. Like, nah, like she's interested, she's curious, but well, that friggin' cage is just unlocked already. Like, we didn't like this one, we didn't like that one. Why are they just leaving? Well, how this one's unlocked too? I don't even see a way to get in here. So I'd assume, like, and they don't have the little LED in their head, so does he remove the trackers on some of these? Like, I don't think that friggin' just necessarily friggin' the whole helping deviant thing out is, like, maybe these people removed their friggin' tracker and then he started fucking with them. And it's like, they don't even remember what they used to do before this. They might be like Marcus, where, you know, I feel like that's the thing with slavery, people don't friggin' take it into account. Not everybody is like the friggin' stereotypical slave master that friggin' whips and all that stuff. Some might be like Mel Gibson and, what's it called? The Patriot, where it's like, you know, back in the day there wasn't anything really to do in the United States. There, you know, was barely friggin' cities or towns. Like, friggin', why not just build like a shack on the side of friggin' this guy's mansion and say, hey, I don't have anything to do, I'll help you friggin' plant some crops and friggin' rebuild your house and all. Like, friggin', we're building a community here. Like, then later on, maybe like your kid's friggin' sadist or something like that, and they're like, go grab the whips, like, friggin' tell you, like, don't you understand who you are? You're my slave. And it's like, I don't know, I relate to a job I had where the founder of the company was a great boss. He got old, and he was barely kind of associating with the company besides coming in every month to sign for stuff. Like, he had somebody hired to take care of the business pretty much, and he asked his sons, do any of you want to take or buy the business off me? And they said no. So he was kind of reluctant to just sell it to, some other person. But at some point, finally, one of his sons, that candle and what was it? Candle business like failed or whatever. He took over the company, and he kind of just treated us all like shit. Like, he took all the benefits to himself, and fired people, and put all the responsibilities on us. Didn't give us raises for doing extra work.
Take it up to him.
Yes, Luther.
Alright, so it wasn't like, hey, like, what's it called? Meet me upside. There we go. Alright. Well, let's see, in here. We can poison them with, right. Oh, we're not deviants anymore. We're,
You want to find a safe place? Somewhere you can start.
You know why this guy friggin' does all this sadistic stuff to friggin' the androids? I'll tell you why. Looking around this room and what I've seen so far of the friggin' house, no TV. Like, think about how many psychopaths TV prevented. He doesn't even have a radio. Like, he has these books that, like, you can only read the history of art so many times. And it's like, he looks like he's freaking squatting in this, like it's Fight Club, like the movie, not the book, which is better. And would take probably as long as what's called the expected, like, playthrough of this game, like about 4 hours. That must be why there's like, he's just playing pool, and freaking one day he's like, Luther, I'm fucking tired of playing pool. I mean billiards, because there's no numbers on the freaking balls. Like, what's it called? I just noticed that. There's a bent pool cue, so maybe that's why he stopped playing. The balls, he has 2 red balls, 3 red balls, a blue, a yellow. I can't see if he has any balls in the pockets, which pockets aren't really made exactly right. I mean, like, that one looks pretty good, but it looks like freaking golf. Oh, look, there's did he freaking get mad one day and rip the freaking Q freaking rack off the wall? Maybe that's how it got bent. I wonder if that's like, that wasn't just like accidental to bend in that Q. He freaking crashed out. Which, where was that mounted? Like, I guess the light there that's not on. Freaking. Nobody initialized, like, so is that why she's having flashes of Todd? Because, like, the last initialization she had, or the last 2 initializations she had was Todd is your owner. My name, friggin' corrupted. Is this my owner? Eat your food. There has to be like some initial friggin' like programming that says like, what do humans eat? Like try feeding friggin' Alice like a candy bar at all the major food groups here. Potato chips. Like what's it called? Luther's like, his meal is ready. 4 pieces of bread, a muffin, another muffin, 6 cookies, a donut, friggin' a thing of dental floss, and another bag of potato chips. Nutrition, dental floss.
Just set it down on the table over there.
I'm not trying to say anything bad about Luther, but at the same time, I just feel like this is what happens when you obviously take a labor model and make it into a service model.
Get rid of that cook.
She's a service model, so like she cook like spaghetti. Like, oh, talking of which, like here's some water. Like,
did you hear what I said?
Yes, Lock.
yeah. I need to leave you for an accountant. Todd, when did you grow all this facial hair? Is that like a female? Did you like okay, so there's like an undercoating thing. Like I've seen inside the video in the extras, they have the video of Kara like on the PlayStation 3. Like the skin fills in afterwards. Not like Terminator where it's grown over, but like kind of like magic.
Luther!
Like it just is.
Luther!
How does hard plastic form like?
I should be done here in 10 minutes or so.
You know, it's like, oh, there's comfort models that will sleep with you. It's like hard plastic, you know. It's like how do people freaking use the blow-up dolls or like beach balloons, like once again, notice, no TV. So, this one down here on the ground, like, did Lucy just grab it by the neck and just like pull it in here? I didn't even notice the heads in here last time. You gotta have like a resale market, like you can go spend $2,000 at CyberLife to get that arm replaced, or you can buy it from My Used. And apparently there's certain models that are easier to come by. I understand that the RA9 rag really, I don't know if freaking Marcus appreciates the fact that what I caught on to with freaking him, he wasn't necessarily purchased, he was a gift, special model that was gifted to freaking that kind old man. I freaking tried not pushing into the room. You know, it's like, man, I'm gonna protect this dude, and he goes and rolls himself in, and it's like, it's nice for him to freaking be like, oh, can you push me? Not really because he's lazy, he doesn't want to freaking, you know, do it himself, but more or less, he's giving me something to do. You know, it's like that old guy that some people are like, he's mean to me. He tells me to go clean something, and it's like teaching you responsibility, like not being mean. He's giving you purpose in life. You know, like stop being so negative, Nancy. Like that's what I say. Your first 10 years, it's kind of like developing a measuring stick for like time. Like so it's understandable that you don't get it like at that point, even in your second 10 years. Like,
What are you doing here? As the master,
huh,
what do you do here?
what the fuck?
You must always obey the master. Oh yes, you must always obey. You should not be here. You have no business here. No, you have
I don't know why it's amusing. Maybe it's Hans Kim from Kill Tony, but friggin' that's I just got like friggin' the impression. Shut the.
You should not be here unless you have been given orders to be here, and you have not been given orders. Oh no, yes, that's for sure, yes.
Alright, I kind of took it as a negative thing that he was telling me this. Like who the fuck are you telling me what to do? Like, I have this thing, I'm gonna clean. Like, Lucy doesn't clean. I mop. Well, why isn't this mirror? Like, I remember looking at the mirror downstairs, which I haven't done yet. And, wait, did I? But remembering cutting your hair. Like, dude, how do you not deviate when guy was chopping you the fuck up? Like, shut up. Ugh. Like, the fact that Luther doesn't freaking say that, and he's like the only freaking together model. Oh, there's Alice. Oh, yeah, she remembered Kara. I Kara for people. Like, oh, you don't have the little freaking LED in the side of your head to be like, oh shit, she just broke through her programming again.
Cora, you remember me. How could I forget you? I'm so sorry. You were right.
That's a lot for her to freaking understand. Think about the first kid that you meet in the game. Freaking, you know, was being threatened to die. Like, she was like pretty kid-like and all, saying like, "Hey, oh, help me," and all that stuff. I did care about you, like Daniel, like.
Go fetch the little one.
Oh yeah. Oh, goddamn, freaking John Coffee is freaking coming for us. Let's hide in this room. Go, go, go. Damn. Luther, you should be out getting firewood. Like, how the fuck do we maintain all these fires in this house? Like, freaking all.
What? The little one is gone.
No, wait.
I
It just disappeared. Oh, wait, whoa, free. The fuck? Set a fire. Fuck your home. You always buy a new home. Freaking non-TV having motherfucker. Oh, look. Oh shit, look at that. Freaking, he has a magazine. Ah, I can't read the magazine. Oh, damn it. please, like, freaking, you might as well just give up, be like, whoa. I missed. Like, how did I push side slightly? Oh, fuck, man. I'm surprised John Con. Oh, shit. oh, damn, friggin'. I thought that friggin' Luther just friggin', like, Kool-Aid Man through the fucking house. Like, oh, damn, like, that was. I'm gonna knock the gun out of his hand. Friggin', you gotta friggin' shoot that motherfucker. Like, it's funny because I see the little, like, girl friggin'. Oh, damn it. Like, I pushed up instead of shaking the controller. Fuck! Oh, shit! There's so many non-quick action frames. Oh, damn. Friend. Yep, nope. Friend. There's so many non-QT moments, and then all of a sudden QT just friggin' kicked in and was like... Oh shit, I just turned off my TV. You can't see that, but I can see that. And hopefully the PlayStation doesn't, like, oh, well, I got a TV splitter, like, or HDMI splitter, so one monitor's going on inside my room, like, one's out here in the living room, like, oh, hey, hopefully that continues, not after friggin' she gets shotgunned out, like, I fucking plan on doing a second playthrough where I just friggin' do an internet historian kind of playthrough with, how friggin' fast can I kill everybody? Like, not necessarily that, but like, how do you used to say it? Non-choice play. Oh shit. Okay. Yeah, I guess friggin'. With the quickness. Why not just walk over that? I mean, like, you're a fucking tank. Oh yeah, that does seem like a shotgun.
There's no point in running.
He's not Llewellyn Moss, eh? What was he? Oh yeah. Side. Yeah, I feel like putting her on a table would have been like a freaking waste. Ah, there we go. Like, that seems like somebody that's not really experienced with fighting. Oh shit. Like, okay, I gotta hit this next one. Like, fuck.
They're over there.
He's not reloading shells, so what was that? Like, at least 5 shots, I want to say. And 6. He's out. He's out. Like, we should be hearing, like... Oh, back door. Just like my ex-wife likes it, going in the back door. That's what I want to say about that one mission where Connor's chasing after that guy on top of the rooftops. How did that clumsy ass motherfucker like freaking manage to evade me?
Go! Run as fast as you can!
I warned you. Dreams always end in tears.
Alright, so he does chop wood.
Listen to me.
Dude, maybe somebody should care.
What are you
That's
doing?
a freaking goddamn
Get out of my way.
Fallout like 4 style gun. Like freaking look at how freaking big the shell has to be that's in that freaking gun. God, what friggin' movie am I thinking of when the guy just snatches the friggin' shotgun out of his hand? Like, friggin', friggin' just reminded me of something like the guy tries shooting, missed, and the guy just friggin' like tanks like the friggin' shotgun just right out of his hand. Like, I want to say he had like a similar, maybe it was Terminator or something like that. Maybe that's what I'm thinking of. Like, he just friggin' like. It's like, well, why are you even trying? Like, it'll come to me, free. Oh, it's just like Fight Club again, like the book, not the movie this time, where all the friggin' people from support groups at the end friggin' show up at the building that doesn't blow up that he's in. Like, 'cause if you haven't read the book, like, which you probably weren't unless But the ending is that he thinks that he dies, but he ends up in a psych ward, and the people that are like the orderlies, like all dressed in white, and he goes talks to the psychologist that he thinks is God dressed in white, and the orderlies take him back to his room and say like, "Don't worry, everything's taken care of, sir."
When I saw the little one risk her life to save you, it was like opening my eyes for the first time. Finally, I could see.
I wish we could see Luther doing his breakout movement right there. Like, I wish I could just rewind just a little bit to see if they actually if you see in his facial expression, like him, like, all of a sudden breaking out. I guess that's the thing with him. Does he have a tracker on his side of his head? It kind of looks like he does. It just can't see the light, but I see like the round part.
All right. I trust you.
Man, bro, seems like he's like early in the morning, he's lifting up a car or something like that, inhaling like the friggin' morning air and all that stuff, I feel like I missed so many friggin' things, like so many things. I want to play through this again, because I feel like I didn't get shit out of it, compared to what I could have. Enter the bedroom. Look at how many things. Get spotted. I friggin' get wrecked. Rickety row. Search the house. RA9. See a kid through cold. Recall discussion. I want to say I want to play through this again. Where would I go? Car is reset. I feel like just letting the reset. So the other option would be short circuit. What's it called? Probably. Free monster. Enter a bathroom. Bathroom is loud. Dude, you freaking quiet the freaking band? You're not deviant at that point, but that's why it's up where it is 'cause technically you still be a deviant at that point. There's something else up there. I wonder if that's only a response for if you're still a deviant. That would still be deviant stuff up on the upper side, and this stuff would be stuff you wouldn't have because you'd be freaking solid snaking through this stuff. But this stuff down here, which by the way, how do they find the kid then? 9%? Well, I guess, let's see. More than half of people obey the master. Like a monster. It reminds me of that one monster movie, it was a 90s movie, and they're all circus freaks or whatever. And the guy turns into a circus freak, and avatars in with him. Huh. You die. We got that one. You die. That's what that is. Wait. You see a kid through the hole, but it kind of freaking had me go in there, didn't it? Memory recovered. Search house for Alice. So all this is just you're fucking plotting, which that is probably, where is that with the RA9? Where is, yeah, down there, I guess. But that's right there, so no, that wouldn't be that. Huh. Yeah, screw it. We're going to play through this again. I know that might be cheating, in a way. But technically, Kara should be dead. and Alice is gone from just being a punching bag to being a pincushion. Like, sucks. You know, to kind of invalidate my theory, Todd was what's it called? I'll say he was semi-psychotic, so maybe the TV was dampening it, because he'd freaking like be like, "You hate me," and then he's like, "I'm sorry, you know I love you." Like freaking or this guy is just like unrepentant, like, you know, Todd didn't say, "I'm gonna make you pay, Alice," and freaking goes up there with a belt. Like, this guy grabbed a shotgun. Freaking Todd didn't go and grab his gun and be like, "Pop," and go. I think freaking Todd's just freaking burned a few brain cells out. Which I gotta say, other than freaking in media kind of stuff, like, I've never seen, let's say, I've never seen a tweaker besides one time. I've seen people that may have been, but like not confirmed. And there's one guy though, but I know that he was tweaking, like after the fact, like what we, you know, found, and he like disappeared. I don't know, but the guy, he's like kind of acting a little weird, and then there's just like little subtle things, and then like how he was acting afterwards, it was just like, dude, like, what the fuck is wrong with you? And then what's it called? Like, let's say an hour or two later, he'd ended up disappearing, and the evidence of his previous things being done was apparent, and freaking all I'm saying is, like, I've seen people, like, I called out like a few older people that are like, "What are you smoking, crack?" And freaking, to my amazement, like, the last thing I expected, being a kid that was born in the late 80s, like going through DARE, was to get a response of, "Yes, and I'm proud." Like, friend, like one crackhead, I called her out, and like, "Did you rob my wife's like van last night?" And she was like, no, see, I smoke crack. What you're looking for is someone that was on that heroin, like in that freaking kind of way that an like you know, older kind of, you know, freaking what's it called, full size freaking older black lady might say, like heroin. I can't do it. Like, I don't have necessary vocalization point in the back of my freaking throat to be able to say it right.
We
But
need to proceed to a test of your control.
Oh, freaking rumbling my controller. Like, thanks. If I've fallen
The
asleep.
test is now complete. Thank you for your cooperation.
What if I didn't go through that test? Holy shit. Stop looking at me, bitch. Russian roulette is the next one. I like that they put in one chapter of the boat where pretty much you're guaranteed to have done everything. Do I have to go all the way back there? Well, we want her to know, or like be reset. Like, well, oh, so you gotta just freaking. Yeah, save it this time. Like before, I did a no save, which I would have gladly done all the options that could be done. Like, and I might just do it because I now what's it called? I'm kind of alone in the house, so freaking turning up the sound system to get the full immersion of that freaking soundtrack running. Like freaking man, that freaking song was freaking. What is that movie? Like, so many people hate it, and it's like, I don't understand why you hate it. Like, you can understand not understanding it. Like, maybe they're just simple. Like, and I don't want to say like the movie's like, oh my god, it's so complex and depth. Like, it's just freaking a visual, like, freaking treat or whatever that has like some kind of complex-ish things to it, but not really. Just like some friggin', it's got neat little complexities. Like, let's say it that way. It has some neat complexities. God, and I thought about it earlier when I was like running through it too, and I had Inception. That's it. And it was like a Hans Zimmer Inception kind of friggin'. Don't know, like friggin' kind of friggin'. Yeah, before I just hit that once, and I actually took a car and friggin' walked back to the gate and then like, you'll be better off with whoever's here.
I don't know who told you that. You came to the wrong place. I'm sorry.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's what this is. Like, he knows obviously she's an android. You don't look at that face and be like, yeah, there's like, I see your face on 1,000, or what's it called? Yeah, maybe he's only dealt with 20 of them. But you'd have to at least have manuals and this and that for friggin', a dozen friggin' androids. You know what I mean? Like, friggin',
Come on in.
I'm surprised if I was on the development team and all that stuff, something to put in the back, maybe not in the basement, but upstairs in the, his little friggin' disassembly thing up there. Like, I would put probably like a little technical friggin' page things, like kind of like how it had like the X-ray-ish kind of thing downstairs, but have like a picture of their face and model number and like part,
Don't be afraid of
like order catalog-ish thing.
Luther is just another android that I helped.
And I'm not trying to criticize them, like friggin',
Big empty old house.
like South Park's Captain Hindsight. It's easy to friggin' tailgate
Please
after some things created.
make yourselves at home.
I will say, in comparison to friggin' Neil Druckmann's friggin' visionary friggin'
How
game
did you hear about me?
storytelling,
An android
this is probably one of the
on the
best
street
stories.
could help us.
Like, I enjoyed Metal Gear Solid, but Hideo Kojima kind of got friggin' like unrealistic-ish, like in friggin' it.
Deviant, huh?
Neil Druckmann like went woke, like friggin' jackhammer on it.
She's human.
It's funny. My mom turned on TV and friggin' she seems like she's enjoying
You want to find
something,
a safe place.
and then friggin' she's just like, "Oh my
Somewhere
God,
we
man!
can
Why did I
start.
have to ruin all that?" She doesn't say, "Oh my God," but friggin' she's like, they kind of upset. It's like, what you do? She's like, I don't understand why everything has to be sex, drugs. Friggin', like, why does it need to be in there? Why can't you just cut to friggin', you see them walk in a room, you can infer it, like.
That's exactly what we want.
But no, they're like, we need
course.
fucking 10 minutes of,
I can help you.
what's it called?
First, we
This
have to
chick on top of that chick.
Tracker?
Like, it's like,
All androids are fitted with a tracking device to locate them at all times.
it's like
I'll
basic
remove
TV
yours,
or
and
streaming
you'll both be
services
safe.
or Skinamax now. Like, friggin',
Come on. Follow me.
and I wonder if they do that just for friggin', to like
The little one can
corrupt
live in the living
children or something like that. Like,
She always stays with
think about the cartoon Bratz. Like,
room, of course. Right this way.
you could look
Everything
at
we need is in the
friggin'
basement.
eventually this seems like it's stupid and get into it and be like, you know what? Like, in friggin' cheaper design, not directly ripping off friggin' like Link from Zelda and other kind of friggin' similar things. Like, this is actually a pretty neat friggin' like story. Like, and I kind of like the fact that it ends in such a friggin' depressing way with them making the wish to get rid of
like
the,
this
like,
place.
that just popped out of my head.
Amen.
The lurch,
Let's go
the
have a
lich,
bath
the lich, like, and friggin' what that actually friggin' entails of not defeating him, but completely getting rid of him, made Jake, his best friend, not a cartoon character, but friggin' just like he went from being Goofy to being Pluto. You get what I'm saying? Like, and it's like it's kind of very depressing. And I like the episode where God, who's a vampire girl? Like
Somewhere discreet from my machines.
but either way, like, is it Neil? The Ice King, he's helping out like her and all that stuff, and then
she'll be all right.
he puts on the crown and becomes crazy and all, like in a Lord of the Rings style kind of thing. Like, and he was like, that's such a great episode. It was, just like, and you don't, like, kids want to, appreciate that. It's like that Hey Arnold episode where for Christmas, Arnold is trying to get Mr. Wang's, I think that's his name, like his daughter for Christmas. They like sent off as a refugee from Vietnam, and he's like, that's such a complex episode for such a child to understand, but is like, what's it called, preteen, like teen to adult. Like, that is such a great, like, it gives like animation and a way to show, like, what's it called, like, I guess television or recording. Like, what am I trying to say? Not a movie, but yeah, it's just storytelling. Like,
warn you, this could be quite unpleasant.
yeah, like, see, like the pictures back there. And I understand I used to do a little bit of sprite, like
You know what's
it's called design back in a less than 100-bit freaking games.
That's why it's so hard to find them. So, actually, there's no reason to remove your tracker.
And it's for some artists, like, they come up with the craziest things, like, to me, where I can see something
Are so naive.
because of purpose. They see just like it out of the blue.
And I just
Another reason why I like
sell them all.
Dad. Like, what
Or
can't I
keep
think of his
them
name?
for my
Ron.
little experiments.
No! I don't want to be reset! Let me go!
Oh man, like,
Forgot about that.
if you watch in the extras, like in the video
Lock
extras
it up.
for this
I'll
game,
deal with it later.
they have the first one is Kara, and it's her character, but it's not voiced by her.
It wants to
Like,
be a
it's voiced by someone
That's
similar,
so sweet.
but
So
they're
delicious.
disassembling like her because she's like, I'm alive, and they're like, you're not supposed to think that, and she's like, please, I'll do whatever, I don't care, like, I'll act like I'm not alive, like, please, I don't want to die. Like, that was such a freaking a missed opportunity right there, like to
That's what you get for having a dream. It always ends up the same way.
what is that called? Not reinvent, not repurpose,
Believe me,
to rendition, to,
better off being raised.
God, what is the word I'm thinking of? Not repeat, but it's kind of like repeat. The English language, there could be 10 words that kind of mean the same thing, or like pretty much they mean the same thing, like the soul is the leaf. But
Oh, poor little Alice. Oh, looks like Mommy doesn't
is this like the memory corruption detected is her programming trying to fight the software reset? Like, I know this person. Okay, I missed that last time. I didn't know if he just like bitch slapped the fuck out of her like freaking Todd would do. Like freaking. But that's pretty much.
Living room.
Oh, is that when he had his friggin' deviation? Was the fact that friggin' the human, like, friggin' stood up for a robot? I almost feel like once again, I feel like I wish I could just rewind it to just like see his face and see, like, friggin', maybe I'll do this is, yeah, like, let me see if I can do this real quick. And I'll do, but before I couldn't find, where is it? Oh, wait. Yeah, there we go. Yeah. We'll see. We'll do a playthrough where we go through and she doesn't get reset. Well, that didn't work, huh? I'm getting reset now. Oh, you have the red star on the back. Funny how we're in this international bungalow, like, although his name kind of refers that he's Russian. Like, maybe they don't export androids to Russia, and he's was sent here as a sleeper cell to get information on it, and I don't know, like, that's a lot of inferring. Oh, well, do this. Meet Luther in the living room. Why don't I call for him when he comes? I'll push him down in the well and be like, it puts the lotion on the skin. What's it called? You never said that this house had a basement with a fucking full-size well. Like, yeah, she sees the human, like, why is that? When she's fully reset, I didn't see the person in there. And now that she only gets partially, I've seen that person walking from the get-go. Like, I didn't see, like, when she gets fully reset, you don't see the heads until you look in there and have the flashback. Like, I wonder if that's creating a glitch to relate to when I started streaming right now. Or, not right, this started the streaming today, was to showcase that glitch, the little mine box I got stuck in this little square.
You have to remember. For her sake.
Because like I said, Luther just looks dead forward until I got that glitch. Then he was like looking side to side, like.
Monsters. For his amusement. But who's the real monster? Look what he did to us.
Aw. Who's, how philosophical. Like, especially that we now know that this was the only cage that was, like, let's not say locked. It's latched. There's no freaking key, like, device that's on the outside of this thing. Are they just, like, they're obviously deviants telling you that you have to remember and this and that, but, like, and yes, they've been oppressed and 50 Shaded and all that stuff, but, like, they could, and she's doing, like, her whole, like, little behind the arm at rest, like, stance, but this, you don't unlock it, that's unlatched, and there's no key on it, and I can understand you can't get your hand through the chain link there, but there's no chain link on the bottom. There's no chain link up here. I don't think you'd be able to get over that structure here. But the door right there, there's no chain link from the underside. Like, is that the way to freaking block in? Like, that's how to get Luther when he starts chasing you with Alice. Like, just make sure the lock isn't above, or, yeah, make sure the lock can only be accessed from underneath. Like, androids, they can't put their hand underneath and lift the latch up and slide it over. And in some cases, when the cage is not latched, they can't just walk out. Like, is that Hans Kim back there, the same one that's in the bathtub? I can't see now. Like, there is a guy, yeah, right there. It looks like it might be the same Chinese model. I guess you hanging them up like that the arcing wouldn't really matter. It's just cement. I wonder if that's the same thing too. Yeah, he looks a little like hybrid, or not. I don't want to say hybrid. Just so you guys know, in case I say something, you know, take it like a negative way, like how my wife would try to attack stuff I said. What people know is race, like is a misconception, like or like the South Park episode where they repurposed the word fag to being a Harley Davidson rider. Like we haven't had a consensus that all of a sudden like that's what that means. Like so I don't understand ethnicity, your ethnic background on the employment test, but saying race, just put down on your employment records, I am Homo sapiens. Like, I wonder if anybody put on here Homo erectus or Neanderthal. Like, we won in the race of races. Like, we are now the only hominids with what's it called, small percentage having a small amount of freaking Neanderthal blood in them. Which, interesting fact, the Germans that were like, it's a bad thing that you have Neanderthal blood in you.
Take it up to
Once they found out, like in the 90s, that they had some Neanderthal blood in them, they went from you're subhuman in the mid 1800s to being like, oh, well, actually, the Neanderthal was capable of appreciating art, and you know, very, very forward thinking for. They try making it a good thing after freaking all the what's it called, publication of this is how it is, like Leonardo DiCaprio's freaking interpretation in Django, where he's like the 3 dimples in the back of your head, which pretty much I'm pretty sure everybody has. You can feel it in the back of your head. Like I can't remember what that's called. What is that? My girl freaking there's the freaking head thing that has all the this part of the brain does this and that, like Ricky Rao kind of stuff. But yeah, freaking that stuff is more people speculating, so it'd be kind of in a pseudoscience like way, or you put the cart before the horse, like in the I would say that this hypothesis is a theory.
Just set it down on
And
the
it's like,
table
no,
over there.
you didn't do the scientific freaking method. You just kind of skipped everything and said, well, this theory says that we're better than everybody. What's it called? The world's flat? Because that's the same
Get rid of
people that...
Christ. Take it next door.
What's it called? Same people that were trying to say the thing about Neanderthals, and to also bring up another thing. When somebody says anti-Semitic,
Did you hear what I said?
look up Semitic. It literally means people that write like in a style of calligraphy or cursive. Like that's Semitic. Like Semitic is a writing style. Like there's alphabets that have letters. Like if you take the English alphabet, technically the Russian alphabet, like, you know, that kind of stuff, and then you have like Farsis, certain Hindu like writing forms, what's it called, friend, Hebrew. Like it's in a way not necessarily like, I guess you'd say the Asian way like of writing is kind of a hybrid between alphabetic and calligraph like way of writing. Like but what's it called? There's the alphabet, which is far superior, like according to 1850s you know, German like guy that thought he was smart, that also probably thought that the world was flat, even though in the time of the Greek, Atlas wasn't carrying a disc, he was carrying a freaking sphere. Like, it's just freaking, it's like when people are like, yeah, white people, like, they don't know how to season stuff. And as some people are bringing up nowadays, like, that doesn't make much sense, but the, like the English, like, freaking that took over pretty much the whole world, like, freaking, they, like, outdid Alexander the Great, being an empire that the sun never set on, and freaking, what's it called, freaking, a lot of that was due to seasoning, which, just to kind of tangent over real quick, if you never thought about it, before the Spanish empire, most empires just ruled by force. The Spanish Empire ruled by pretty much Catholicism. Like, if you think about how the Spanish were inside, let's say, California, they have the Spanish missions. Like, that was just California. That's obviously in their territories. They would go, and how would they take over? Think about the conquistadors, like in Apocalypto, having like the cross, like with them, like in front of the flag, and anything else that they carried, like what was it called? Honor Guard kind of people. I just got to find my lighter so I can light the cigarette. Like, but yeah, you have, like, they ruled by Catholicism. Like, can't say they ruled by religion, because you have the Muslims that pretty much did go from just like a sect of the Middle East to taking over pretty much North Africa and, part of the Middle East. As some, like, Christians that come from, Africa and all that stuff would say, is Christianity outdates, like, Muslim. Why does that sound wrong? Not Musliminity. What is it called for in like Christianity, like Judaism? I guess just, maybe I'm overthinking it, but before Muslim religion, there is freaking the, what's it called, Christian religion, and before that it was just pagans. Pagan is people that, like Muslim and the Jewish, they sacrifice to God in the way that Zeus demanded Prometheus's creation of humans in his image, like in God's image, is intelligence, not freaking 2 arms and 2 legs. Michelangelo did the Sistine Chapel. He shows, like, Zeus or God, whatever. It's Tower of Babel. It's all the same thing, really. It's just interpreted different. Touching, like, and didn't transfer his likeness. He transferred the freaking rationale, the reason to think. And I think a lot of people miss that. But what's caught? Don't get too far off the subject. Going back, anti-Semitic, when somebody says that's anti-Semitic, like in a historical way, they mean that's anti-Jewish. What's it called? If a Muslim's like, we hate, like, let's say Palestinians, it's like, or Iranians, like, we need to destroy the Jews or something like that. Like, somebody calls them anti-Semitic, it's like, no. They write in a Semitic language. That is an oxymoron. Like, you can't be like anti-Semitic, but yet you're like, friend, writing Farsi's best language ever. Like, it's not English's, but but that's semantics. It's subjective, I guess. But being anti-Semitic and that meaning anti-Jewish, it is a sect of it because they are from the Middle East. Like, but it's more encompassing. It's hard to say, like, yeah, that is what it is. And that lighter's dead too. Like philosophizing over religion now that after world religion or whatever, and seeing it how I do, like especially I had like a breakthrough with like people are like my dad's looking down at me from heaven, and it's like, but in the last chapter of the Bible, Armageddon, where it says everybody's stuck in the ground until Jesus comes back. But then I thought about it. He already did come back. Like, if you think about it from the Greek mythology way, during the Iliad and Odyssey, friend, Zeus is like, you know what? I see it from friend, I see the demigods and the mythological beast is something that is actually wrong with the world. Like, why can't I think about friggin' his name? I just said it friggin' 5 minutes ago. When I was like friggin' quoting the one robot from Portal 2, and it's like Prometheus is punished by like the gods for giving the gift of knowledge, or the flame of Olympus to man. Like Prometheus didn't think that far ahead. That's not what he did. Prometheus was a titan that battled on the side of Zeus because Zeus's father, or the singularity, like that ate everything, like, which, I mean, maybe the singularity was more of a bilarity, like his wife would give birth to something, he would eat it, like, and Zeus was the only one to be able to escape that fate. But it seems like his father didn't want life. He didn't want, like, basically the germs to infect his clean and orderly universe. He wanted everything to remain a singularity. And Zeus came, and by taking out his father, he friggin' unleashed all of his version of Pandora's box, creating the universe that we are in now. Like, why do you keep on looking up? Like, all the times I've walked by things and had barely friggin' the stick push, and it catches, but that time. But it looks like you had the angry, vengeful God that pretty much all religions, like, prior to Christianity, like, have the, vengeful kind of God, like, listen to me, give me my sacrifice, or make the humans give me a sacrifice, and I'll let them keep the flame of Olympus. Like, and then what's called Prometheus had in them basically friggin' trick Zeus by putting all the bones down, and then putting like cuts of fat and then like skin, like, yeah, some skin, like not the hide, but like stuff over it to make it look like it was a bigger pile, and took all the meat and the good stuff. Man, this guy. I feel like there's an option to kill that guy.
I must tell the master. Yes, I will tell him, that's for sure. He must know. Yes.
Oh wait,
yes,
maybe there is, because yeah, I did friggin'.
You are an android. You are an android. Androids must obey. You are an android, and you disobey. Oh yes.
How do you know? Out of all the freaking, like, did you move, like, the voice boxes? Like, I feel all the freaks downstairs, like, why didn't you pull all their freaking, voice boxes out? I don't want to look you in the face, John Coffey, Jr., like, what you talking about it? Like, isn't that freaking, like, Rampage's son, man? That's the sad thing, is you gotta think about, how it is to live in the shadow of your father. I mean, and that's one thing, like, we try to tell kids, like, be original, be independent. Like, the fact is, the only way to really time travel is to be, or to have kids, and you're not really a complete clone. I mean, even if you took, like, a clone of somebody, it wouldn't be the same person. A Russian aircraft carrier is reported to fire on an American patrol boat in the Arctic with the U.S. vessel returning fire. Neither ship was damaged. Like, not criticizing the writing here, but it should be Russian aircraft carrier is reported to. Like, why would it be a Russian aircraft carrier? Why wouldn't it be a Russian aircraft carrier escort? Like, escort destroyer, escort, like, you know, like, it wouldn't be a Corvette unless they're, like, near land, because that's what's called brown water shit, pretty much. I mean, I guess the Russians would have Corvettes that are capable of blue water, but that's not their field. As fired would be, have fired warning shots in the direction of an American patrol boat, like carrying out a freedom of navigation. Like, I just feel like this, like, out of all the, you know, these that I've read, this seems short. And to have a page 2, how much of page 2 do we have here? Like, you could have made this, like, very little, which, once again, Captain Hindsight, but at the same time, like, I've had teachers that would point this stuff out to me, and it'd be like, you know what, I'm being so trying to just get the assignment done, where you ask for 500 words, and when I go back and read it again, hearing what your critique is, I could have easily done 1,500 words, and it wouldn't be filler. Like, it would be just being more precise, like more detailed. President Warren recently called Russians' activity in the Arctic a crime against the international community. Like, of course, that's what you would do. Referring to their mining of valuable minerals and retrieving ice shelf. She also branded Russian President Artem Ivanov as a dangerous individual. Many international relations experts are saying an armed conflict is inevitable. Like, maybe because the history of the fall of the Soviet Union to the Russian Federation, like, people go on, oh, it's an oligarchy. Go back to like, what's it called, Aristotle, and this guy that got trained, or that got taught by Plato, that taught, what's it called, Alexander the Great, and he has works that we can go back to, and teachings that say there's 3 fundamental ways of governing, like, and they have 2 different names depending on whether it serves the people or whether it serves, like, the people serve, like, the government. You have a monarchy, which you have your King Arthur, which is the people going like, King Arthur, lead us, like, and then you have a tyranny, which is King Richard putting the tax on Sherwood, you know, saying, hey, you guys serve me. The next one's pretty damn easy. You got the aristocrats, which is pretty much just same thing as the monarchy, but instead of one king, you have a group. And what's it called? What is the opposite of that? Oligarchy, which is, what's it called? The people serve that group of leaders. And then you have democracy. And this is the bad one, is democracy, like in his thing. And basically, without having the word to say it, he said, like, he divides it into anarchy, which is the absence of government, and which ends up restarting the whole thing into monarchy, because you have tyranny pretty much, or you have somebody saying you should be the leader to protect our small group. Think about the indigenous people, in the areas around the world where no contact with modern civilization or something like that. It might be smaller, but yeah. So you have anarchy, which it's just like a way of not having a government, which ends up leading to government. And then you have democracy. Interesting enough, the Greek, they had the Greeks were the birthplace of democracy. The Athenians were the birthplace of democracy. And let's just go on about that for just a second. They didn't have it for that long, since all the Greek states, not outside countries, but their friggin' fellow Greek friggin' came and kicked their ass and said, you're getting rid of that, and oh yeah, we've seen that you got rid of slavery. No, that's not a thing. You are going to accept that there is slavery, and you are going to install some kind of authoritarian friggin' government. We're not going to just have regular people being able to freaking have some kind of way of control. And this was pretty much the closest thing that ever has come to actually communist. Besides the Soviets attempt, and people criticize the Soviets, but you gotta think in the Marx kind of way of saying Soviet, or not Soviet, but communism, there's no government. You can't be a government. It's kind of why you have to be taking over the world. It's because you can't have a government. Communism says that nobody is above anybody else, so we have to just have a basic understanding, and it's never gonna happen. Think about to human is error. I love truisms, because they're so true. We're just imperfect to be able to do something that demanding of perfection, AI, kind of like the Terminator. That would be a possibility of having communism, not humanity. The other people that have tried it, they always go to socialism, which, if you think about World War I and the effect on Mussolini, he's seen his countrymen after the war. Well, you had expatriates or non-partisans, and they didn't take any pride in Italy, and he's seen this as a bad thing. What happens if we get into another war? These people are I don't care, it's not my part of the region. What's it called? This isn't my country. My country is my family and my friends. And that's where the concept of National Socialism came to be, which pretty much the Soviets, yeah, you gotta put some kind of national bend to it, but they did lesser compared to, let's say, the Democratic Republic of China or Korea. They're Nazis. They're National Socialists. They freaking are also fascist. Is well, not Korea, but Korea and China. Yeah, they're also fascist. Because half owning the companies, and controlling how they, it's fascism. But nobody wants to point it out. They always want to point towards freaking capitalism, but freaking, it's not capitalism. It's communism. It can have the best intentions, but it has the easiest way. There's a great Twilight Zone episode, kind of based off of Castro's, rise to power, where kind of freaking mirrors what happened. He killed all of his lieutenants because he got freaking what is that called? If you smoke weed, a side effect is paranoia. Yeah, he was paranoid. He freaking thought they were gonna stab him in the back, because if you've never seen it, most people have seen maybe The Good, Bad, and the Ugly, maybe the dollar, two movies like for a few dollars more beforehand, dollar trilogy. But like the best one that was gotta be Clint Eastwood, and it was gotta have friggin' Tuco in it. But what's it called? The Studio, and Clint Eastwood is just like, I'm done being in Italy. A Fistful of Dynamite, which has Colburn and Stiglitz. I think he's the guy that friggin' plays the friggin' Private Eye and friggin' Who Framed Roger Rabbit. He does brownface, but he does such a great job at it. Like, he's just like paying homage, like kind of like friggin' RDJ did. But friggin' he has this piece that's like, let's read this real quick. Most people spend more time. Oh, dude, do you think the friggin' timer's running out on me? Wait, no, I don't have a timer, do I? Most people spend more time, or do I? Like, blah. Most people spend more time talking to Androids, smartphones, tablets, and entertainment systems than they do other people. Like, God, talking to androids, I mean, I guess people are kind of doing that right now with AI, and most AI that they say is AI is kind of like Alexa, and one of those things that, they'll be like, oh, try asking about this or something like that. Try asking Alexa like a non-factual, like a faith-based question on religion, and I don't know what you're talking about. Like, it's not like it is said by this that it's not AI. It's friggin' just an algorithm that compiles what it finds relevant. God, I need to change that ringer. It's friggin' the worst one. A recent study has found that kind of talking called command-led communication is characterized by instructions. Oh, it's a dog. I can see. He's friggin' like sniffing. It sounded like friggin' the phone picked up. Are characterized by instructions and orders rather than persuasion, humor, and intimacy. We're going through that right now, so that was kind of happening. It's idiocracy, kind of effect. The adjustment of our everyday speech is altering our brains, and persuasion skills are getting weaker through the lack of use. It is just so true. My kids, oh my God, it's just like when Shakespeare coined, or was given the coin, the world is a stage. It is so true. I see so many people crash out, and they should just act or play poker in their everyday life, or chess or checkers. Friggin', it's just even jacks. Remember jacks? But what's it called? Yeah, marbles. Either way, friggin', these people, it's just it's all so internalized. Everything is me. Old people nowadays, compared to when I was a kid, old people loved Halloween, not for the religious aspect. It's what was it? My mom went to kind of a Latter-day Saint kind of friggin' denomination. She's like, don't put any Halloween decorations up around my house because that kind of thing. But it's such a bad take in a way, because in a community kind of sense, and the old lady, back in my time, and especially anybody older than that, it wasn't about religion. It was about this is Americanized way of looking at it. It's about being able to see the little kids. You're a grandma, maybe your kids, they're busy with their kids, maybe they come over and all that stuff, which is a nice thing too. But not only do you get to see your kids, all these kids come to your house and they're all dressed up and all, and you get to say hi, give them a treat, and you're getting towards the fourth quarter of your life, the winter of your life and all, and it's just something nice to see the newest generation, and it's just, there's this socialization of civilization. If you haven't seen the Mouse Utopia experiment, summary or whatever, like Frederick Knudsen, like Mouse Utopia, like listen to that. It's like 24 minutes. Like, friend, it is a behavioral sink. They thought that the bigger the cities got after World War II, like it was just got to fall in on itself. And if it wasn't for like something that we think is pure evil right now, is Monsanto, Roundup kind of stuff, you know, DuPont, like that kind of stuff, like it's almost a necessary evil, even though it's given us like a bunch of cancers and illnesses. Without that, like how the communists were pointing at us, being like, you're gotta fail, like while planting all their crops, like in, well, I think it was like partially in Russia, like after they killed like a bunch of the like historical farmers, or like, you know, the people that were the farmers in Ukraine, and then they put like their people in, you know, there and be like, okay, go to farming. It's not that hard. Just put your seeds in the ground and they'll grow. And in China, they grew the plants so, you know, close together, like the, you know, even though it was like corn and corn, like corn was basically weeds to, you know, the other corn. It was like starving the other corn that was so close. You couldn't grow as much as they were predicting. So famines, and which, you know, when we get down to it, killed more people than friggin' like the world wars did, like famine in the 1900s. I mean, it probably killed more people than any event really did. But and a lot of that was the worst that it can get. Like this game, there's an android that says, "Do you know what happens after you die?" As I said a while ago, the same thing that happened before you were born. Life is just going until it's not, and then there's the end. What's it called? Employees that want to finding graduates who know things and convince others, but especially young people spending more time with machines. So true. It's so true. Like that is a true thing. But law, like friend, changes the subject on that.
It's the little one, son. All right.
Oh damn. Oh,
Let's
it's
see
been
what
over
we can
10
do
minutes.
with you.
Save me, Kurt. Please save
Oh,
me.
will you shut up?
Kurt!
You gotta pay attention with his face, see if he, like, friend, deviates. Dude, man, friend, that's some friggin' twisted shit right there. Did friggin', she just become a pincushion? Oh, damn, like, I thought I friggin', I thought I took the other path. No, she got reset. Like, I totally friggin', I called it though when I was reading that magazine. Like, god damn, I was talking about something. Like, yeah, another thing I was talking about, friggin', yeah, you had the vengeful god before, and that you seen Prometheus's friggin' thing. He's like, no, see these humans now that like he forgot to give us a special ability. He gave the Falcon the eyesight, or like, yeah, like powerful eyesight. He gave, you know, this creature like this ability and this like this little cool trait. Like everything was done so purposeful, and he was done like creating all these like what's it called, life forms, and him and his wife said, you know what, we'll make a tribute to the gods and we'll make like humans, but they forgot to give the humans a special ability. So that's where he goes and grabs the flame of Olympus and gives it to the humans, which is basically the gift of knowledge to the humans. And they go from cowering inside caves, being animals, to being, what's they call it? At this time, there's only men. They just start, what's they call it? Pretty much warring against each other. Like in the after effect, they warring against each other and grape sodaing each other and all that stuff. And this is like kind of what happens after the second time, like after they tricked Zeus with giving him the bones instead of giving him the meat for sacrifice. And what's they call it? Zeus is like, what's it called, Prometheus, I didn't punish you when you gave him the fire the first time. I punished, the humans, but now, like, hey, freaking, nah, like, I appreciate you coming, freaking, being on our side for the, war against the Titans, but freaking, you gotta go. And that's when he, puts him down inside Tartarus, like, chained to the ground, getting his freaking liver ate every day, as a punishment for freaking betraying him. But he, like, allows humans to keep the, or not say humans, but I mean man, lets them keep the gift of knowledge, and it ends up with just like them just killing each other, and freaking like the other life forms that Zeus is like, I kind of like these other life forms, like they're kind of cool, like but these humans, like these guys, like they're just freaking the savages, like freaking no other creatures act as bad as this. And he floods like the earth, like, and pretty much just wipes everything off and resets it. And he takes like man, and he's like, I'll bring him back. Like, they have the thing, but like friend, that free will stuff that they got, something has to be done about it. And he takes the stuff that the characteristics of free will, puts it in a box, and he makes woman from the rib of the man. And has Pandora, which I like that story so much more with Pandora, like, and like she has something that man doesn't. She has something that all creatures, being that he didn't directly make creatures, he resurrected them basically, but he didn't make them. Prometheus made them. Now that he's the god of gods and he makes one creature, he makes woman, and gives them his curiosity, like his sense of adventure, and makes them caring and nurturing and all that stuff, which isn't really like his characteristic at that, but he knows that that's what man needs to like friend settle his ass down or whatever, friend. And that's why friend in the Ethiopian Bible you get to like in Genesis where you have the other like gods or the angels like coming down and trying to friend get with the chicks and all that stuff. It's like they're drawn to the power that freaking Zeus, the god of gods, has over all the other, like, Zeus is the younger brother of all of them, like, but yeah, he has the highest power. And it's like, I think it goes down to like how the brothers, the Muslim, like, was mad at his birthright of freaking Israel stolen from him. And freaking, I mean, if you really think about it, all the oil that freaking is in the other land surrounding it is now, long term, like they couldn't see that, but they have plenty of riches and all that stuff. That is like a land of milk and honey. I mean, I guess once again, long term, but freaking, I could see it as freaking God just being like, nah, I'm pulling your card. You're the chosen people, but you're petty. Like, you could have been like, you know what? I can be better without the birthright given to me by my father. I didn't have to crash out. And when Jews came around, the Jews like ixnayed on the but why did the Romans ended up exiling them from their land? Which God said, this is your land, and it's got to be your land. Unless you kind of disobey me, then you'll end up losing it, which they did. And God said, you know what? Instead of being vengeful and all Sodom and Gomorrah on the freaking world, I'm just gonna do this thing like Jesus, and I'm gonna forgive everybody. Everybody will everybody's a part of the universe, and their time as like the solar system is flying through the world or through the space. Like, let's say that nothing has been where the Milky Way galaxy has been before. Like, we are on our own separate path. Like, so this moment in time is not just a time, it is also a location. And it's almost like writing in a book and flipping a new page and writing in that book. You're not writing new things overlapping on the same page until the page is completely blacked out. Like, if you understand what I mean by that. But at some point there will be an end. But like when Jesus, dies, he comes back as himself for like, you know, like a week or two, whatever it was, like friend, and you know, gives like his final instructions, and then he moves like how he went from God or Zeus to friend a humanoid Jesus, and then he goes to his final form where he isn't going to really grant your freaking prayers. He's not gonna freaking like say, oh, you know what, you get that job over the other 18 people. Like why? You prayed more to me, like, or something like that. Like it's more or less he did like kind of a, what's that, Doctor Strange kind of freaking thing, and Endgame, where it was like a freaking Infinity War. And I've seen all the possibilities and seen that he trusted enough in us to freaking return what he was giving, and that is when he went to the Holy Spirit, he had, what do they call it? Like how they say, oh, when Jesus comes back, Jesus did come back, and he divided himself to be a small piece in every like soul. So when you die, you return to him, making basically the singularity, like, and rebuilding Zeus again, like to restart everything again. Like, it may not be what it is, but I kind of like thinking like that's what it is. Is like what's it called? What you do right now when you're alive. And if your dad broke his back for making sure that he got you to college, like the freaking World War II generation tried doing for the hippies, but they were too freaking the proto like nowadays kids of being freaking self-centered, like, and going like, you don't understand, and it's like, no, you don't understand. There's a freaking clip from Johnny Carson, and freaking Johnny Carson has this one actress, I can't remember her name, and freaking Richard Pryor on, and she says, I think it's so great that people don't starve in this country anymore. And Johnny and freaking Richard stop her and say, whoa, you're wrong. Like, freaking, I know people that they go to bed hungry. She's not saying people go to bed hungry. She lived through the Great Depression where people literally had babies and freaking they were malnourished where they couldn't nurse the babies. There was no food for them to get. The babies and their kids died. Like, elderly people starved to death. And she was saying, I think it's so great that, like, unless by neglect, like, if I don't feed my kid, like, freaking, like, you have to make a conscious effort to make someone starve inside this, like, country now. Like, another reason why not to ever try crack, it's not because it's horrible, it's apparently because it's so great that, freaking, instead of eating, you'll prioritize, like, crack, and freaking, you don't see the long-term effects of something so great, like, you know, like, man, I miss Norm Macdonald, like, freaking, I didn't think about it, I was just like, man, freaking, how is that a crackhead saying that he's proud of doing crack? It's like, to them, it's the greatest thing ever. If you've never tried it, it's like when, like, as a straight man, like, you know, I like a lady, one of my friends, he's like, oh, you know, it'll never be like what I can do for you. And it's like, I was going to say he's wrong, but like at the same time, I can't say that unless I actually tried it, because he might be right and I'm talking out of something I don't know. Now, I don't care to find out, but I realize that I can't say he's wrong. Like, and I have to give him that caveat. It might be the best thing ever, but what's they call it? So is like crack apparently, and we see what happens with that. So, you know, what's it called? Take that as you may. Alright, reloading this thing. Looking for help in all the wrong places. Not trying to waste the 10 minutes they gave me talking about stuff going through my head, which should be on my friggin' philosophy channel, not my mobile mechanic channel. But yeah, blah. Like, at some point, I will link philosophy to this PlayStation instead of mobile mechanics. Okay, bathroom. Like, it has to be that you kill that friggin' bathroom android or something like that. Alright, Bear. Read androids alter brain. Yeah, like, friggin', there's something else in that room. So this is a room or area. This is a room and area. That's, I can't tell, like, friggin', I speculate that's it. I feel like how yesterday went, like, had a water leak underneath the floor, and what's it called, in the upper bedroom or wherever, and it soaked up in the particle board flooring, and like a sponge, and this was like for over a month, and I had to tear out all the floor, and I worked all day long yesterday, and I finally, like, I sat down in the living room, and I was listening to something on YouTube on my phone, and I had fallen asleep. I woke up in my dream. I was playing this game, so I put it on, and I was going, and then as it got closer to the time that I could start hammering away, like 7-ish or whatever, like, you know, I typically wait, I guess, between 7, let's see, it's 10 now, so yeah, 8:30, somewhere around there. I got tired, like, on the first go through or something like that. You might notice it because I was kind of, I perceive I had to be aimlessly walking and just kind of drowsing out or something like that. And then, what's it called, the thing that brought me back to being awake was the philosophy. It's not philosophy, it's philosophy. You gotta, you know, philosophy has to do with when somebody teaches you a lesson, you base what you do on the collective knowledge that came before you. Like, the fool doesn't learn from the collective knowledge. He learns why you don't cross the road by getting clipped. Maybe not in a way that kills him or whatever, because you wouldn't learn anything from that, but in a way that friggin' says, oh, that's why they said don't just cross the road without looking, like, friggin'. And what's it called? There is a benefit to doing it the full way, because friggin', or you can't reinvent the wheel. You might be able to innovate something that has been a bedrock, but in the modernization of things hasn't been recaptured and, like, what's it called, examined to say, you know what, we could totally friggin' make this a lot easier or something like that, make it different. Like, we could totally do that. Don't think of it as your lunch, think of it as our lunch. Let me finish our lunch. Wrong menu. This menu. Alright. Nice cut. I'm gonna stop it here and what's it called? Restart. Fresh.